Hi everybody, welcome back to the Crime Lab. So, got a new camera, so this is the first video with this camera, so we'll see how it goes. But this week's person of interest is Miyuki Ishikawa. She was a Japanese midwife, real estate agent, and unfortunately serial killer. Now, I do want to say this does involve the murder of infants, so infanticide. So just a little warning right now if that is concerning to you, if that makes you uncomfortable. I totally understand if you want to leave now. But I just wanted to give a little disclaimer about that right away. So this happened during the U.S. occupation of Japan, and during that time, it was believed that her and multiple accomplices murdered dozens of infants, and this is actually known. I'm going to read this. I am probably butchering this because, as I have said in other videos, I unfortunately do not speak any other language other than English. So my pronunciation is probably going to be terrible. It was known as the Kotobuki Sanin incident. If anybody speaks Japanese and knows how to pronounce that, feel free to put it phonetically in the comments because I feel like I butchered that. And will probably butcher at least a few words here and names. So she was born in February 5th of 1897 in Honjo in the Miyazaki Prefecture of Japan. In 1914, she moved to Tokyo, graduated from the Tokyo Imperial University as a midwife in 1919. So a couple public health and welfare officers were dispatched to the site to help with the investigation. During the investigation, they actually found over 40 infants in the house of a local mortician, 30 more in a temple. And due to the number dead at the time, and kind of the time frame of when the murders took place, it made it difficult for the authorities to be able to really determine how many infants were involved. And the prosecution asserted that there were at least 27 murders, so that's what they pushed for, knowing that there were 84 deaths at the time. So on October 11th, 1948, the couple was found guilty of 5 murders, including the 2 infants that passed away after the arrest. They were sentenced to 8 years. Miyuki was sentenced to 8 years, and her husband was sentenced to 4 years. And then after an appeal was done and the hearing happened, the sentence was changed to 4 years for Miyuki and 2 years to Takeshi. So there was a social impact. My cat is currently on my desk, so the video is shaking a little bit because she has decided to join me. Because the victims were deserted children, Miyaki insisted the parents were responsible for the death. And some people, including Musi Toku, I'm gonna butcher this, I swear to God, Tokugawa, who was an actor and radio personality, supported the assertion that the parents should have been held responsible in more regard than what they were. Whereas Yuriko Miyamoto, who was a writer and social activist, and Mikiko Fujiwara, who was a nurse and politician, criticized them and called discrimination against children. And this revealed that 11 maternity homes in Tokyo had been committing similar crimes around that same time. So it was not just Miyuki's maternity home. So in the end, after her sentence, she actually began selling soap, cream, and fish. So I would assume kind of like in one of those stalls sort of things that you can find in places. She was one of those people. And then in 1969, she was operating a real estate office in Tokyo and boasted about having built a big tomb for herself where she claimed to have earned about 100 million yen at that point. So that was a very, very quick video. There's not a ton of information, but that was the information I was able to find. My cat is being obnoxious right now. But if anybody has any comments, questions, concerns, feel free to put that in the comments. If I did a poor pronunciation on anything, I apologize. Like I said, I unfortunately don't speak any other languages. I would love to. It just hasn't worked out for me to be able to learn.